City Council, and I'm so excited to be here today with my colleagues and with people from unions, from community groups who are all here tonight to say that PVD is a climate job city. What we did tonight was we passed a resolution. We'll get to hear more about it. And really what we're saying is we are making a commitment. We are in the first year of this term of this city council making a commitment to a green city and also a city that promotes workers' rights and environmental justice. So with the goal of Providence being the very first in the country climate job city. So we're talking about a pro-worker, pro-climate economy that combines the health of our planet with the well-being of our workers. We see these things as linked, we know these things are linked, and we are working together for an economy that works for all. I am so thrilled to introduce Councilwoman Anderwauk, who is the chairwoman of the Environment and Resilience Committee of Providence and has shepherded not just this resolution, but a body of work that will be moving through the council in the coming years. Councilwoman Anderwauk, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, President Miller, for everything, including your leadership to support Providence becoming America's first climate job city. Thank you so much. So I'm so excited that Providence is now America's first climate job city. I'm grateful to my colleagues for passing this evening. This resolution affirms our commitment to meeting our science-based climate goals and implementing our nation-leading climate justice plan, and in so doing, creating a strong commitment to creating good, family-sustaining jobs for the residents of our great city. I'm so grateful again to Council President Miller for her strong support of climate justice and the labor community, which are represented in this resolution today. This resolution lays out goals related to a just transition, workforce development, building decarbonization, green infrastructure, and so much more. For me, this is about laying the groundwork and foundation on a lot of big work to come over the next 3¼ years, and I'm counting the days because I know I gotta get a lot done. I know we don't have any time to waste. I don't take this work or these partnerships lightly. I'm also so grateful to our friends from Climate Jobs Rhode Island and the building trades and community groups who are here today. You literally build our communities and our neighborhoods and our most important places. I'm so excited to work with you to build our future here in the city of Providence. When I get worried about the climate emergency we're in, which I'm going to be honest is all the time, I like to think that we're actually living through the worst of it right in this moment. There's racial inequality, income disparities, polluted air, leaky buildings, we're burning unsafe chemicals in our homes, we've created sacrifice zones of pollutions in some of our neighborhoods. We can, however, build a new future, and how we build it is just as important as what we build. That's what it means to be a climate job city, and the example we'll show to the rest of the country will speak volumes. I'm also really excited that while I had such strong support from our council members and my colleagues here on council, it also has the support of Mayor Smiley, and I'd like to introduce the fantastic Director of Sustainability, Priscilla De La Cruz.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you as well to Council President and to the rest of the City Council, and of course Councilwoman Anderwauk for sponsoring the Climate Job City Resolution. As you've heard, my name is Priscilla De La Cruz. I am the Director of Sustainability for the City of Providence. I'm joining you tonight on behalf of Mayor Brett Smiley. I'm excited to stand here as well with so many leaders, colleagues, and friends who are committed to making Providence a national leader in addressing the climate change crisis that is here and before us. Other special note that I would like to point out is to the team at Climate Jobs Rhode Island. Their vast coalition of labor and environmental groups have really elevated the importance of a just transition to a green economy. And I'm thrilled to see them not only continue to do that work at the state level, but here now working in partnership with us in the City of Providence. So a round of applause to the Climate Jobs team. And on behalf of the mayor, I would like to stress that it is possible to move our city towards clean energy and climate resiliency while preparing the workforce of today, the workforce of tomorrow, to be active partners in this new green economy. And the Smiley administration looks forward to working with you and the broad coalition of frontline workers, Providence residents, business owners, and the many advocates who are dedicated to this work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Priscilla, and we are so pleased to be working together with Mayor Smiley to move Providence forward in this direction. You know, we talk a lot about climate change, we talk a lot, and we've seen the really very strong impacts of that just as in the weather in the last few weeks. We also feel those really strong impacts in our city every day, right? So we have some of the highest childhood asthma rates in the country, right? We have, and these aren't news statistics, right? We have air pollution that is a crisis. We have, we know, pollutants in our water systems as well, and the carbon that we contribute today is impacting us for generations. So this is emergent work, it's necessary work. It's work that we cannot do by ourselves, right, just in the city council chambers, and it's work that we cannot do by ourselves just in the city. And so we are so lucky to have a very strong union and community coalition in the Climate Jobs Coalition to move us forward, to elevate as we work together in the city, to make sure that what we're talking about are joint goals that meet community needs, and also are lifting up some of the key core issues. So when we're talking about environmental justice, we're also talking about all of the interconnected issues that affect us in the city of Providence, right? We're talking about poverty and job access, and the Climate Jobs Coalition is working with us and working statewide to elevate those issues and help us meet solutions. So I'm so pleased to be able to introduce the Director of Policy for Climate Jobs, Michael Rolls.
Thank you, Council President Miller, and good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Rolls, and I'm the Policy Director for Climate Jobs Rhode Island. I want to give a quick shout out to my right hand, lead organizer Erica Hammond. She's the other half of our coalition. We're a coalition of more than 30 environmental organizations, labor unions, and community organizations who are committed to working together to make Rhode Island a national leader in a resilient net zero emissions economy through a just transition. The principles that guide Climate Jobs Rhode Island require a bottom-up approach to policy and decision making. The resolution that was passed tonight insists on doing the same. The significance of this framework is in the fact that it not only states what the City of Providence will do, it states how the city will do it. In order to establish a truly just transition that leaves nobody behind, it's going to take all of us. And working class people have to be in the driver's seat. This includes the frontline workers of today and tomorrow, and the frontline communities who have historically been left behind. This resolution makes it clear that Providence is committed to centering the lived experiences and expertise of vulnerable workers and Providence residents as it moves to create and enact policies that steer us through climate action at the scale that science demands, so that everyone, no matter your zip code, is able to breathe easier in their own neighborhood, that community spaces are accessible, and that the places where people live, work, play, and learn are safe, comfortable, and free from toxic hazards. Centering frontline workers and communities means that that worker who has spent decades of their life working to make sure that our homes are warm in the wintertime and that our lights are kept on in darkness, that worker has the proper protections as we make the revolutionary changes to clean energy. It ensures that the workers who have sweat and toil to make our society run have the right to fair and dignified treatment. They have a right, with no gaps in employment, to utilize transferable skills to build and maintain green infrastructure with comparable wages and benefits, and they have a right to a secure benefits package that guarantees that they and their families have bread and roses too. Putting working class folks at the center of this transition also ensures that the clean energy jobs of the future maintain strong labor standards with necessary worker protections and high-paying wages with good benefits. And also requiring that decarbonization projects utilize pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship programs so that as opportunities for new generations of workers to join the labor movement, they are able to enjoy the same labor standards, protections, and benefits that the tradespeople who came before them also enjoyed. We have not only an opportunity but an obligation to use this moment to expand economic opportunity and justice for all. And to do this, we must center the lives, experiences, and expertise of people who live and work on the front lines. I'm going to close with a quick story. We all remember the Great Recession. We Rhode Islanders remember how hard it was for many of us. And as the saying goes, Rhode Island is historically the first in the recession and the last one out. And despite all that fallout, Rhode Island made the decision to be the first in the nation to begin construction on an offshore wind farm. And during that time, a Rhode Islander was on the verge of homelessness. He entered a trades apprenticeship program, and equipped with the skills and licenses he obtained through his apprenticeship, this worker was assigned to the Block Island Wind Farm. And with the wages he earned from working on that project, this worker was able to utilize that income to buy his first home. We have the power to make that story happen again for hundreds and thousands of Rhode Islanders, but it's going to take all of us. And then we're going to show Boston how it's done, and New York, and Philadelphia, and Chicago, and Los Angeles too.
Yeah.
But it starts tonight in Providence with this resolution. I want to commend the steadfast support of Providence City Council, Council President Miller, Councilor Anderbois, everyone here in the City Council. Thank you very much. Thank you to Mayor Smiley and the entire administration for your support of this. Providence is a climate job city. I want to now welcome to the podium Pat Crowley, Secretary-Treasurer of the Rhode Island AFL-CIO.
Well, you heard it. Providence is the first climate job city in the United States. This is a tremendous accomplishment. We're going to set the path for the entire country. This is going to be a landmark day in history, because years from now, we're going to look back and say it was on this date in September of 2023 that Providence, Rhode Island set the tone for America, for everyone else to follow. So I'm calling on you, Mayor Wu. You're next. Mayor Adams in New York City, you're next. You're going to make sure that you do the same thing, but we want you to do it better than us. We're going to set the first tone. You're going to show the rest of the country that Providence led the way and you followed, but we're going to make sure that every working person has a right to a job and a just transition to a green economy. And we're going to make sure that this environment is protected and our children and our grandchildren have an environment and a livelihood that they can be proud of. Council President Miller, Councilperson Anderbois, the entire City Council, Mayor Smiley, thank you. Let's get to work and let's make this an example for the rest of America. Thank you.
Thank you all. We're happy to stick around for a little bit. That is the end of our program. I would just like to close by saying, you know, there is so much ahead of us when we talk about both climate change and the work that we need to do to clean up kind of legacy pollution in the city of Providence. And the key word of the day is going to be solidarity, right? Like moving through that work in a way that is sustainable and really changes the future for our kids and the next generation. So thank you to everyone here, and solidarity forever tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Labor Vision. We appreciate your input and encourage your comments.